feel like you're in a push-pull relationship where the closer you try to get to someone, the further they distance themselves? And then when you're like, okay, you're mentally, emotionally, you're done, they close that gap, and then you get your hopes up, okay, I can be close to this person, and then they do it all over again. And they have you chasing them, they have you accepting crumbs, and in reality, when you take a step back, you realize, man, I'm just not getting anywhere with this person. So by the end of this video, you're going to know what to do, how to handle these relationships, and how to take control back of your life and focus on what makes you happy instead of chasing and accepting crumbs. So let's get into it. The first thing you need to do is take a big step back. Completely take a step back and start taking care of you. Start noticing how you're feeling. Start noticing how this relationship is affecting you. Because when you're in these push-pull cycles, you may not even realize how it's really affecting you because your mind is kind of on the prize. You're focused on this person. And what you want, instead of actually being focused on how is this making me feel? Is this really any good for me? The second tip I have for you is when you take a step back to start dealing with that anxiety that's coming up. In my free guide, I discuss how to start dealing with that anxiety, how to slow down, how to start taking care of yourself and your body. It's very powerful, so don't let the word free fool you. A lot of guides just give you a lot of fluff, but not my guide. My guide is awesome. Check it out if you're needing those tools. Step 3, take time to really find out what your needs are. If you struggle with the anxious attachment type, you may not even be aware of your needs because you spend so much time focusing on other people's needs. Start really taking the time to focus on what your needs are, to focus on yourself, because when you've been caught in these patterns, you will just hyper focus on other people and their happiness and their needs instead of learning to tune into what it is you need and what makes you feel good. So really, as you take a step back, start noticing what your needs are and start meeting them, because it's our responsibility for our own happiness. It's not other people's responsibility to make us happy. If you try to get other people to be responsible, not only are you going to be controlling, okay, you're also going to be giving your power away. You're also behaving codependently. So see, the power lies into taking responsibility. It's not fun. It's not sexy, okay? But taking responsibility is truly how you get anywhere in life, by taking responsibility exactly for where you are, okay? And then making a decision, I don't want to be here. I want to be over here. And then what are the steps I need to take to get over there? But you can't do that without responsibility. It's very vital and important. Number 4, start leaning on people who are actually reliable and dependable. If people in your life aren't consistent and they're not transparent and they don't communicate, they aren't people that you want to try to rely on. Because in order to feel secure and safe with people, they have to be consistent and they have to be able to communicate and they have to be able to be transparent. And to look for these safe people in your life, see if you can find anyone who is consistent, who communicates clearly, and who is reliable. These people are the type of people that you can go to and start asking for support from. Avoid people who never do what they say, aren't consistent, don't communicate, they never let you know where you stand with them, and aren't transparent. Those people are not safe people. They got too much going on, or they're toxic or dysfunctional to even be there for you. So make a list of everyone in your life who meets that criteria, and then start little by little trusting them with simple things like just calling you back or texting you back, and see if they're able to be there for you. And then you can slowly ask them for the bigger things, because we all need support. It's important that we're responsible for our own happiness, but we also learn to be in relationships with other people and be able to not only give support, but receive support, because we can't do it all on your own. You can't do it all. You're not a superwoman or man. And the beauty in that is you don't have to be. You don't have to be superwoman or superman. You don't have to take the whole world upon your shoulders. You can actually ask for help. But the key is to ask for safe people for help, not unreliable people. And my last final one is stop being okay with crumbs. Because in these relationships, you're not going to get much more than crumbs. This person has too many fears, too much anxiety. They're avoiding feeling anything. They are extremely independent. They don't feel safe leaning on other people. Until they are willing to stop avoiding uncomfortable feelings and their fears and everything else, their anxieties that happen to come up whenever they start to feel close to people, as the avoidant attachment style does, because that's what happens in these relationships. You have the anxious attachment person and you have the avoidant attachment person, and they make this horrible dynamic just play out over and over again of the chasing back and forth, and it just makes your body so sick. It doesn't feel good. It feels toxic. And when you make a decision to, I'm just not going to accept crumbs anymore, then you just don't accept crumbs anymore. And this may mean reducing this person in your life to saying hi when you see them at the gas station, and that's about it. You may see them at family functions or whatever, but you already realize that they're not capable of giving you what you need. So insanity is you keep trying. You keep trying to get your needs met through them. But the thing is, you're going to be consistently disappointed. And eventually that's going to be very triggering, because what they're doing is you have inner wounds, they have inner wounds, and you basically keep triggering each other. It's called a wounding relationship. You basically just keep wounding each other, or they're wounding you. So when you decide, I'm not going to tolerate crumbs anymore, then you stop trying to get your needs met. Stop trying to connect to someone who is unable to do that for you. And instead, you choose the safe people that we talked about in the previous step. All right, guys, thanks for being here with me. I really appreciate it. And I'd love to hear your ideas, your thoughts below. Let me know which one resonated with you. And if you want to be able to engage with me, check out my Instagram account. I'll also have that in the description below. And if this resonated with you, you might want to check out my videos on needs that I've done just literally last week. It's going to be a huge help for you. It's going to give you a tool to start healing from neediness that is totally normal to feel after toxic relationships. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Here's being your greatest, most amazing, badass self.